Hello, YMON 2020 delegates. My name is Yusuf and I'm the USG of Regional Bodies. One of the most important aspects of being a delegate in Model United Nations is understanding the procedure that committees use during the conference. Here at YMON, we use the procedure called UNA-USA Parliamentary Procedure, or Parli-Pro for short. Basically, this is just the rules and the guidelines that you guys will adhere to during the debate in committee. I know this might sound like a lot right now, but trust me, you guys are going to get the hang of this as you're going to use it throughout the course of committee. At the start of each committee session, the chairs will first take roll and will ask for the agenda to be set, meaning that they're going to ask you guys to choose between topics 1 and 2. Afterwards, the chairs will ask if there are any points or motions on the floor for delegates to ask questions about committee and proceedings. Motions are for delegates to propose topics to debate during the course of committee, and these are usually voted on soon afterwards. There are 4 common points that are used throughout the course of committee. The first of which is the point of inquiry, which is used to ask about parliamentary procedure. The second is the point of order, which is used when the dais has made any procedural errors. The third is the point of personal privilege, which is when delegates need to use the bathroom or have any personal needs that need to be addressed in committee outside of the course of debate. And the fourth is the point of information, which is used to ask a question about the current topic or the current speech. Apart from parliamentary procedure, public speaking is a very, very important aspect of Model United Nations. This might come as a surprise to you guys, but even talking to someone sitting right next to you is considered public speaking or a form of it during YMON. Don't worry though, at YMON public speaking isn't as serious or scary as you may think. It can be anything from talking during an unmoderated caucus between yourself and other delegates, or talking during a moderated caucus in front of your committee. There are a few key strategies to follow when you're doing any type of public speaking that will help your point come across better and more effectively during committee, and to help you stand out from your fellow delegates. First, make sure that you know exactly what you're going to talk about before you say it. Have some sort of outline of points that you'd like to cover in each speech or in each point at which you'll talk. Second, first of all, you can do this by actually just bringing up a short notepad or some notes that you can refer to over the course of the speech. Second, in Model UN, how you deliver your points is almost equally important as the content of your points themselves. You want to do things like have a strong stage presence, make sure that you're using your hands, you're communicating loudly and clearly to your fellow delegates, so that your chairs will consider you as a good public speaker and that your fellow delegates will also be listening and actively listening to your points. The recipe for good and effective public speaking has essentially 3 basic ingredients: speak loudly and clearly, make thorough eye contact, and have a good stage presence. You can achieve these standards of public speaking through adjusting even small aspects of the way that you give your speech and the way that you present yourself during a speech. For example, if you're giving a speech during a moderated caucus, then you want to stand up straight, you want to have a strong presence on the stage, and you want to face the people that you're trying to convince, who are your fellow delegates. This helps bring your point across more effectively and makes sure that you're reaching the entirety of the committee as opposed to just the first few people on the stage, or the people in front of you, or the dais themselves. Speaking loudly and clearly means that you're not going too fast, you're pacing yourself, and you're making sure that you're projecting and maybe even inflecting at points that are more that you want to place more emphasis on throughout the course of your speech. Just make sure you have a good pace and good finesse.